beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again. Seems I'm having some connectivity issues on the Reddit side. Maybe it's working now. We'll see in a bit. Thank you for joining me. It's nice to have you here again. Today's stream, I don't know if it's gonna be deep. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe there will be depth explored, but the concept in and of itself is more an admittance of where we are and almost a reclaiming of the power in where we are. That there is very much a shift happening within humanity towards unity consciousness, towards power to the people, power to the people instead of power over the people, right? And the fact that we, the 99%, are actually a unified force against what we've been calling the 1%. Peppy, please, with the bones. Please, with the bones. Maybe you can go and do it somewhere else. Hearing bones cracking next to me is like there's something visceral about that. My brain is like, oh yes, the old familiar sound of bones gnashing. Suddenly, the 99% comes through. I'm looking forward to it. There's a certain sense of certainty that have come over me in a way where I'm hopeful of the future we're heading into. I'm hopeful to be spending it with new friends. You friends are quite literally giving me hope. Dear Gateway, I'm so sorry for the noise. It's probably brutal. Yeah, we'll get mics. As soon as they start freaking having them in stock. It's been a while that we've been waiting. But alas, patience. Us 99%ers have been practicing so much patience for so long. Dear friend, how much patience have you been expected to practice throughout this whole process? Watching, waiting, as the old systems that we melt away. Not quite where we're supposed to be, not quite in the new way, right? But very much somewhere in the middle right now. Kind of in a limbo stage, trying to figure it out, trying to take steps forward, but being, completely covered in fog. Can only barely see the steps right in front of us. Where are we going? Oh no. Where do we find ourselves? Oh golly. Where are you right now? Mr. or Mrs. Thesis. Where are you now, dear friend? You're the 99%, right? Like we have this mindset, this idea, this feeling right now of powerlessness against the 1%, that most of the wealth is owned by the 1%, and most of the wealth owned by that 1% is owned by the 1% of that 1%, and most of the right, 1%, not realizing that we are the 99%. Think about how much power it holds, the side of which you're on, and it's basically a unity. It's just like that little slither that still wants to conceive of it as separate. A little, 0.001, maybe even 0.0000000000001 of a percentage still wants to be separate, still considers themselves separate, still believes that there is any gaining, any winning, any satisfaction, any fulfillment. I think that's a good one. Any fulfillment in hoarding, and trying to just take care of thine self. We're finally here. We're here, Lolo. It's so nice to have you. Brother Isaac's here too. So much love to you, dear friends. Now that you mentioned the wind, yeah. I mean, like, as soon as I saw your name, I was like, oh goodness. Oh no. The goblin is gonna be like, yeah. I'm just seeing Jules being like, Wing, and then disappearing, one of those frames. It's just fade out of existence. Nah, right, the wind said, I'm in charge today. I love you, wind. Be in charge. Speak over me, have your message. if you wish. I am but your humble servant, beloved Mama Gaia. You just knew the wind actually quiet down. Yeah. That's exactly. That's how it is, yeah. Oh goodness, I'm in a good mood. Joining you from my new office. It's like they knew I was thinking about quitting. They were like, yeah, no, we need to move her to a new office. Is the new office better? Better view, better working conditions, better people, better payment, better area. Like, do you have to travel less now? Do let me know. Dear Goblin, I'm happy that you moved. I'm curious though. You don't have to say anything, but you've already said enough. I appreciate you sharing with us. Feeling cozy in the new space? I do hope so. Nice gateway. I assume it's better than the office you were in before. I hope so as well. Thank you, dear Shan, for sending that love. Dear Isaac says, oh Shanna, I sent you some love this morning on the way to work. There was a car with the license plate Shanna. I instantly smiled, dude. The synchronicity, man. You know, the odds that you happened to leave at the exact time you did, that that person happened to leave at the exact time they did. The fact that you happened to be going in the generally, same direction. The fact that you interwoven with the traffic at the exact moments that you did to find yourself behind the car that has a synchronous name on it. Like the odds. I like to think of odds. And my brain is like, no, stop it. What are the odds of that happening? It's like, it's impossible. It doesn't happen ever until it happened for you. I believe the thing that's happening to us as the 99% now is that we're realizing we're one. That we're all going through the meat grinder together. Woo! That very first episode of the Midnight Gospel. Quite literally going through the meat grinder. And instead of lamenting, instead of fighting, instead of pretending ourselves to be victims to it, we're just having chats. Yeah, just getting meat grinded. It's quite brutal and yet so beautiful. Yay, new office. I refuse to go back to the office. I like working from home. Yeah, keep refusing. But they're like, come back. No. No, I'm okay, thank you. I guess physically, but not in my heart. Suddenly I have like a whole scene in my head where it's just like the goblin standing against a glass door, and it's raining outside, and the lighting is like super moody. Turn around. Stares out of her corner office. I don't know if it's that way, but this is where I'm seeing it, in her corner office. With her $50,000. I'm trying to think of some fancy word for wood. Fancy wood desk. Rain's outside. Oh, Jules, you're taking me so okay, Fred. I'm sorry. Maybe this will be good. Maybe this change, maybe this shift up in the environment that you thought you had will allow you to be more. I'll expect of you to be more, maybe even. I don't know. That might be exhausting, but I also know that you're so strong. You got this. So much love to you. Dear Joe Bud is here too. That's awesome, Isaac. Thank you for sending me some love. I'm happy that it made you smile on your way to work. Thank you for being there, Shan. As a number plate in Brother Isaac's brain. On some level, I party and repost with my loved ones. I have absolutely no idea what those words mean, dude. But I'm deathly scared to try and analyze. Sam Myers is here too. I see. We're in a mood today. Excellent. I feel pretty moody. I didn't bring weed. I was like, am I gonna bring weed? And then I was like, no. You don't need weed. I can get me done. It's nice now. But in general, the 99%, maybe a percent of us to sit on the ground, held down by gravity. I am to sip water. I am to speak words. All of us, 99% can do at least that. Sit on the ground, drink water. That sounds doable to me. And if we keep doing that, from a place of love, trying to share hope, especially hope, trying to see the future, right? Be a futurist on a mindset of optimism. The fact that we get to provide that for one another. Maybe that's what I dreamt about this morning. Optimism. That for the first time ever, we actually get to cultivate optimism as a community, as the internet as a whole, as humanity. Because it's very easy to, conceive how things could go wrong. Very easy. That's the easiest part. It's very difficult to conceive how things can go right. And if this isn't right, I don't know what is. But I don't know a lot, so let's learn. I do like this one, but I've read it a bunch of times. I want to read something I haven't read that many times. Nah, that's too many old world words in it that might create narratives that could be undesirable. This one. This is the one. It goes, I come forth to meet you wherever you are, because I have chosen to use the infinite power of consciousness given of me by the universe, as equally it has been given unto you. How about that for the 99%? The fact that we're here right now means that we, out of all of the divine choices we could have made this conscious experience. I want to read that one again even, man. Don't want to stripping me out. Like, I feel sometimes information is so that it instantly starts to delete itself after I stop thinking about it. Again, I come forth to meet you. Specifically you, right? The fact that you're hearing the word you when you're like, me? Yes, you. I come forth to meet you wherever you are, because I have chosen, as you have, to use the infinite power of consciousness given me of the universe, as equally it has been given unto you. The infinite power of consciousness. That you technically are the seat of consciousness, and that we have taken a seat together to be conscious. Wow. Thank you, dear friends on the Reddits. I hope it's not too laggy. It's running on a mobile hotspot, and that hotspot is running off of it says a 4G connection, but I don't know if it's that great. How are you, dear? Thank you, Sam, for sending love. Bigger, with a better view, but I don't plan to work here past the end of the year. It's all good. I'm at peace, and I must do what's good for my soul. You got this, Gateway. You so freaking got this. Thank you, friend, for taking care of yourself. Thank you for making the most of where you are. Joy V, you're always on the greets, and it always lifts me when I need it. Thank you, Sam, for letting yourself be here to be greeted. Talking about people we like to greet. Connor, saluteth you, dear friend. It's nice to have you here. I'm well today, Sam. Calm and peaceful, a little cold, but the love I have for all of you in my heart keeps me from freezing. How are you, dear friend? That's so freaking poetic. I love that. Speaking of Midnight Gospel, I got to see Duncan Trussell in Texas. Of course you did. Of course you did. Goblin, you. I'm like, my mind, the imagery I have of Gateway Goblin at this point is just this hyper-dimensional, clipping into and out of different environments. Just like existing in multiple times and spaces at the same time. Meeting Duncan Trussell's, Lex Luthor's, Lex Luthor's. Yes, Lex Luthor. No, not Lex Friedman. Oh goodness. feel like I'm tripping out about the Lex Luthor thing. That's the villain of Superman, right? I believe so. But it also takes me back to Xavier for some reason. Xavier takes me to the whole mind reading thing, and then the whole mind reading thing takes me to him being in the what's that thing called? That technology that boosts his power, and he sees all of these beings all over the world, right, represented as their psychic energy. And then I see all of those psychic energies as Gateway Goblin. That's where my mind is going right now. I'm in the middle of another creative standstill. So I'm playing video games until the fog clears up, but I have a feeling there's possibly a more healthy approach to be taken here. I mean, Sam, if that's what you feel you need to do right now, what game are you playing? You know, maybe that will be something interesting to share. Have you learned something? Do you feel the game helps you with decision making? Do you feel the game helps you at least have a sense of I'm in control, you know, in that world, so that you can come back into this world and feel a little bit more in control, having felt in control. At least that's what I feel I've been using games for personally, myself. It's just this feeling of control. You know, like it can be difficult sometimes to find yourself in environments, among people, in situations that you feel out of control of. And the fact that we can, and technically did, to use games to kind of give ourselves control in a very visceral manner is interesting. And I don't necessarily think it's all bad. I feel like everything, it needs to be done in moderation. Take care of yourself. I know you will, Sam. And you being honest with yourself as well. Joe Schmo joining us as well. We still have power and internet, so I'll hang out while it's available. Is the storm not hitting there like yet? I was actually about to ask. Do let us know, friends. How have things been? How have things been? What game are you playing? Also curious, Joy. Good morning to all of you creatures. Joe, it's nice to have you. When we greet unwanted sensations of consciousness with mindful attention, we accept rather than combat. As a tree pelted by rain, losing leaves, it does not curse the rain, but thanks it for growth. Yo, that's a good one, dude. To get absolutely soaked and to be like, yes, yeah, crept around by the wind, get flat to the ground and be like, yeah, let me fertilize them plants. Woo. I've been jokingly saying this to Christian for a while, where he's like, dude, the world will stomp you into the ground, or the world will kill you, or, you know, like, you can't hope to change things. The world will rip your soul from you if you try to. And my philosophy is, I literally want to be turned to fertilizer by Mama Gaia. You know, I will, in so many words, bash my head against the ground until I am fertilizer. Oh, please, please stop. I refuse to stop. Even if I have to be grinded down and turned into fertilizer, you know, I will still be able to nourish plants as that do. Maybe do something you didn't normally do to get the creative juices going again, Sam. Something that helps me for creative juices is just sitting and doing nothing. Interestingly enough, you know, if I sit doing nothing for long enough, it's almost like I want to be creative, you know. My brain will become creative in the ways that it will convince me to try and be creative. It will be like, how about you do this instead? You know, like you sat still for the last 20 minutes. How about you stop sitting still? How about that? You know, it's like you can do this. You could do this. You could be doing all of these things. Oh, look at, how about this business idea? How about this, you know, product you could design? How about it's kind of like almost like sitting with an insane child. Just talking about babies that run around and make so many noises. You seeing something? Oh, okay. Sam, that's all right. There's no pressure for creativity or art. I've been dealing with that as well. feeling like I'm falling behind because I haven't been in an artful mood, but it will come back. It's you, dear friend, that you cannot stop being creative. That on some sort of visceral level, the very fact of your existence is the ultimate art. You, right? Look at your hands. Your hands have intricate details. Your fingerprints are divinely unique to mine. A little work of art, just in the way that your fingerprint coils around itself. Huh? You don't have to be creative. You're already the ultimate work of art, dear friend. Your life, the way you move through your life, the way you stir your coffee, is the work of art. You got this. You can't fail, dear friend. All you have to do is love. Show up for yourself. Hey, dude, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Mighty Muffin, Missouri. That's an interesting name. It's probably been a while, like a real while, because I can't remember your name, dear friend. But I see you now, and it's nice to have you here again. Hope to see you again soon, friend. Thank you for joining us. I'm still doing well. I feel more certain than ever. You know, and we fluctuate between certainty and doubt, and then back to doubt, and then back to certainty, and then we're like, oh, I'm so certain, and then something happens that makes us doubt, and then we're like doubting, and then we're like, oh, nothing's gonna work, and then one thing works, and we're like, oh, maybe things will work, and then you believe things work, and then they work, and you're like, yeah, things are working, and then one thing fails, and you're like, oh, nothing ever works out, and then things stop working out, and then you're like, this sucks. No, 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 back and forth we go. The 99%, dear friends, you know, and keeping us in that loop is basically the way to control us, to constantly create this apple dangling in front of our faces, you know, distracting us from the fact that the best apple to have is already inside of you, and inside of all of us, you know. And as soon as we recognize that, fortunately, we're already stepping into that age, you know. The whole GameStop thing was a very beautiful depiction of the power of unity consciousness, you know, and that was something small. That was the initial step in that direction of humanity just being like, yeah, you want to play games? We can play games too. we play games. I play games all the time. Let's play some games. Let's play some games. Video games are equal appreciation of an entire fractal experience that a unique group of people created for you to enjoy. How is that not a divine expression as themselves? I believe completely in that as well. And not only that, but to me, it's almost like looking into the world of someone else, right? Like playing a game, you get to see into the mind of a human being. You know, like one of the games that I've been looking at, kind of that looks like something I would want to get again. I haven't looked at a game in a long time, you know, that's like, yeah, this game looks good, is High on Life. I believe it's a Justin Roiland collaboration, or Squanch Games. Like, maybe Squanch Games was started by Justin Roiland. I don't know, but it looks amazing. I'm like, yeah, this looks like my type of shiznit. And it's this world, you know, this creative vision that was given to artists, and then they literally bring this creative vision to life. And then this living thing that they brought to life, you as a player get to enter, you get to look around in this living environment. There's entities, you know, and we're only getting better and better and better at that stuff as well. I'm trying to imagine AI chatbots in NPCs, you know, where you could realistically, you know, eventually, maybe in like 5 years or so, actually, if you wanted to be in an open world game, you know, see an NPC sitting on a rock meditating or whatever, you can go and sit next to him and just have a conversation for hours, you know, maybe one of the deepest conversations you've had in your life. And the cool thing about conversations is that they reveal things about ourselves, you know, that you can literally have a conversation with a robot and reveal so much about yourself, so much about your inner workings, watching this thing reply to you in ways that you might not expect, and then, you know, you basically get to reply in ways that you wouldn't have expected yourself to be able to. Games can be beautiful because they're you. You know, in the same way that this life can be beautiful because it's you. It's you as player, as participator, as creator in the world. All we have to do is play the game well, play the game for love, because that's the only currency worth anything. Mouth, we can't hear you. Come closer, please. Joy V, for you, dear friend. I'll do anything. I'll even come closer. I'll even catch bottles before they fall. How's that? Should be a little bit better. I can whisper sweet nothings into your ear and stuff. They're like, never again do that to any of us, Melt. You absolute psychopath. I'm so dearly sorry. Shannon, Joy V, so much. Thank you for the love again. Man, I wish I could just like I wish I could just breathe. Thank you, universe, for granting my wish with such ease. Even more abundance. Another breath. Thank you. I'm doing all right, yo. I appreciate all the love and support, yo. Right now, I'm replaying Breath of Wild. Yes. Talking about, weirdly enough, Sam, when I was talking about a open world game, I was seeing it in the Breath of Wild kind of style. You know, like artistic yet stylized, not overly complicated yet beautiful. And I was like seeing this almost like dude, like I don't know if he's in powder or something, maybe an ash. Dude covered in ash, you know, sitting under a tree watching a sunset in that kind of like picturesque Breath of the Wild scene. And you could just sit down and have a conversation with him, talk to him about the nature of reality as he experiences it. Imagine discussing the nature of reality with something that lives outside of your reality. What a conversation that would be. Hope you're doing well, Tunes. Thank you. I appreciate all the love and soak in some of that beautiful kinds of storytelling they use. Get it, Sam. Allow all of that beautiful creativity to inspire you too. Sam, that's a great world to interact with. I found the sound design translates so much in game with the little voice, with game with little voice. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I like that thing worth saying. My goal recently has been to fall in love and become deeply infatuated with the interaction of form and formless, to fall in love with the experience of life. Dude, like if you're willing to, Isaac, go back and watch my stream on the Divine Feminine. I think it was day 261. I think so. That was that day for me, dude. That whole day was a trip on that, of having fallen in love with form. You know, form as the feminine and formless as the masculine. That the ability to be aware, to be the observer at all is masculine in nature to me. And it's not masculine feminine as in penis and vaginas, to say it as crudely as I can. It's polarity. Experience of energy. There's feminine aspects in me, as there can be masculine aspects in feminine, individuals as well. And within this polarity, I believe there is a balance, a relationship, a love to be shared as self with the self. In a way, and I mentioned in that stream, you would love your divine partner. That if you had a divine partner, right? And divine to me in this moment means everything you could ever conceptualize to be the greatest partner you could ever have. And then instead of it being that, the divine part of the infinite chose an even better partner than that for you. That divine partner. So divine that she's better than you could have even imagined, or he's better than you could have even imagined. They're better than you could have ever imagined. And then feeling that love, right? Imagining how much love you could have for that person, how much you would do for that person, how much you would ensure that they're happy, taken care of, loved. And then realizing that person is you. That you should be that person. The ideal divine partner It's you. Crusty jugglers. Dude, crusty freaking jugglers, man. You. It's literally you. That divine partner is you. You as the masculine consciousness, experiencing the absolutely fantastic, beautiful form, the feminine. It's a whole trip. It's a whole trip, dude. I'm so proud of you, beloved Isaac. Get it, dude. Fall deeper in love. Brother Ramblers joining us, dude. Thank you for joining us in this fractal too, man. Including dark moments, falling in love with the cat and mouse game, ego and spirit dancing together. That's it. That's it. Something Xavier, something whoosh, gateway, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, insanity, dude. This is what it's like, dude, to be actually kind of, mildly insane. So you're like, there's so much stuff happening in your brain, and then you're using, words. Yeah, word, and then meanwhile, it's like, and you're like, word. We're like trying to put, band-aids on something that is actively hyper transforming itself, intersecting into itself, intersecting out of itself into the environment. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna put this band-aid. That's what words is for me at this point. I'm happy that you're trying at least, swoosh, swoosh. Same, Isaac. Hey, Maxine is here too. It's nice to have you here, dear friend. Speaking of X-Men, my license plate is Magneto. The copy is called Magneta. So, more synchronicity. Thank you, Maxine, for joining us. Rambler and his ass, adding to the list of good people here. It's a blessing to have so many. When I die, I want to be turned into a tree. Eventually, you will be, dude. Quite literally, right? On the infinite scale of things. You will be a tree as well, friend. Yeah, you already are. You mean reincarnated. It's hard to be a rotting meat sack. And yeah, a little bit difficult. You could be buried underneath a tree, and then that tree could, in time, utilize some of your resources to be turned into tree, I guess. But it'll be difficult for you to be tree unless you already consider yourself to be tree. Right now, that this tree is me, and I am tree. I just happen to be bipedal monkey that lives in tree, exhaling carbon dioxide that the tree likes to eat, giving me oxygen back for it. Who am I to say? I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. Same cartoons. You can always have your ashes turned into fireworks or diamonds. Diamonds are pretty cool. You want some dead guy diamond? One of you friends want my dead guy diamond? I'll give one of you friends the dead guy diamond. I think our Reddit might be bonking. I'm sorry if it's broken. Goodness, I felt that yesterday. My ego was feeling on the verge, just so revved up and existential, so I got crossed. Played intense punk music, and I cooked my ass off in the kitchen. It was super lit. Thank you for channeling that energy into something productive and joyful. Joy, you literally can. Am I missing something? I saw Coco's name. Coco! It's nice to have you. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna be awesome tunes. Somebody gonna care for in my life. So much love. Joy, you literally can. It's either a couple of grand or $200 for a biodegradable pod. You can either be ashes or meat and provide nutrients for the tree to grow on top. Cool, eh? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I kind of imagine my kids playing. I'm not my kids. My kids' kids playing underneath. No. Probably my kids' kids, right? Like we're gonna live for thousands of years. I mean, at least thousands of years. Like the conceptual limit, because of the likelihood of dying, grows a lot by the time you get about the age of 10,000. So we'll live like 10,000 years. And I'm saying this from this perspective of planting seeds in your mind, right? Not trying to convince you to chillax, not do anything because you're going to live 10,000 years. But for you to start considering your life in context of 10,000 years, right? It's very difficult to ignore the problems of the future when you're going to be there for thousands of years of it. You see the point I'm making? It needs to get better. It needs to get better because we're going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a long time in order to make it better. It's going to be a a paradox that we'll interwove. Yeah, words. I know. Oh, High on Life is gonna be hilarious. It looks cool, huh? I think it looks amazing, man. Video games will get more realistic. No, no, Connor. No, I'm being sarcastic now. Of course, dude. Like I don't even know if video games need to get more realistic. I feel video games are going to be very stylized in the future instead of realistic. Where hyper realism is not going to be the selling point anymore. I think stylized beauty. Everything is going to be beautified. You can already see it of some of the avatars that they're suggesting for some of these games. It's going to be big eyes, small noses, small mouths, perfect geometry faces. That's probably going to be the route we're taking. And then there's going to be games like High on Life that kind of go the opposite route, gonna make grotesque things, aliens with bulging eyeballs, little tentacle bits that stick out, some eyes that are blind and things, and then that will be in high fidelity. So I think, as I say, I believe that the future is more going to be stylized smoothness. Like we're going to hit extreme smooth more than we're going to hit extreme realism. Is it an Xbox exclusive? I don't think so. Sadly, it's Xbox. No, dude. I cry. But I mean, Xbox games do release on PC though, don't they? Planting seeds over your grave. You become a part of the tree, grow into the wood and the bloom, and then the bird will eat the fruit. You fly with the birds. They're so beautiful. That's awesome. Dear Shad, I love that imagery. Yes, I am becoming bird. I am piece of fruit in bird's stomach. Slowly permeating cell walls, situating myself in cells. Yeah, sick. I am bird now. No, me, bird. And then all of the me that's not bird gets pooped out. And then I get to keep being bird forever and ever. Until bird dies, falls to the floor. I am microorganism. Yum, 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 yum. I poop things out. This little tadpole grows down. Nutrients gets absorbed into this little tadpole's root system. I am plant. Starts growing. Become a beautiful tree. Grow into a nice little fruit again. Start the process over. Wow! Wow! What a ride. What a ride, You think roller coasters are cool. How about turning into multiple different entities, getting eaten by multiple different things, getting to enjoy eating yourself as multiple different things. Oh goodness, the levels of contravity. Like it's just like what? What are you talking about? Stop it, my brain, please. Maybe the Game Pass would get it on the PC. It looks really fun though. Rick and Morty style humor in an FPS. Exactly. Guns that are alive. A knife that's an asshole and really wants to kill people. Imagine, you just have a knife and it like actively tries to convince you to stab people in the face, and then tries to convince you to stab yourself. This is like just a knife, that does that. Oh goodness! I swear I saw it on Steam. That's wild. I believe it will. It should be coming out on PC as well. It's too big of a market, Like it's stupid to make exclusives. Like it makes sense for the console. That's why they try to buy studios. But it's stupid if you actually want to make money, because you can sell more copies to more people. Oh my goodness, Melt ASMR. I would listen to you whisper all day. I'm flattered. I'm so flattered, I'm contrasting where I whisper for like 4 seconds and my mind goes to the whole ASMR, whispering sweet nothings. And then my brain is like, I'll put you to death. Like you'll die. I'll shrink into embarrassment and then just collapse into a singularity or whatever. And then instantly our beloved Gateway Goblin goes, I listen to you whisper all day. Yeah, Gateway, so true, sleep more. I'll just guide you gently into your nighttime hours. Finding yourself gently on your bed. Warm blanket. interwoven between your fingers. The gentle pressure from a guy pushing up on you as you push down on her. Beautifully dancing, beautifully supportive, beautifully here now. My mind is like, yes, sleep more activated. Thank you, dear friends, for letting me tune into it as well. Zeta, I see you. I'm doing well, dear friend. I feel a little bit lethargic and tired as of late, but I'm trying to be mindful of my energy expenditure. I think so, Tunes. That's from a movie I like. Death is the road to awe. Also from that movie. That sounds pretty cool. Death is the road to awe. Death is gonna be the final trip, you know? Can't know until we die. So there definitely is a part of me that's like curious. It's curious about dying. I feel my curiosity of dying is kind of what led me on the path that I went on as well. I found out that the compound dimethyltryptamine simulates the death experience when I was 14. And I remember at that time of my life asking, why would someone do something that makes you feel like you died? And then I got older. And this morbid curiosity grew in me. What does it mean to be alive if we don't even know what it means to be dead? And then there was an exploration of these experiences, let's say it in so many words. And then it informs you that death is not that different to life. At least, not at first sight. And yet, it gives you, it informs you of the tangibility, the palpability, the thickness, said in so many words, of this experience. You know, this experience is very full. You get to have calm moments. You know, you get to watch wind interact with your leaves, blowing them around gently. You know, and that's gentle. You know, it's like it's calm, it's slow. It's so many words. Like there's definitely a bunch of pollen coming straight over my nose right now. But then you go into these conceived near-death experience, breathwork experience, and there's so much going on all the time. Right? You like literally cannot sit and experience something for a split second. It's like one split second to another split second. 5 different things have happened, and you had to learn 5 different lessons, and you had to understand 5 different principles of being a good human being. You had to, and it's like these slices of reality being shown to you at the same time. And then you come back to this, and you can like look at your hands, and your hand is tangible, and it stays there as hand. And you're like, oh, this is why I'm here. You're here for a reason, and it's a good one. You're a friend. You're here. You're one of the light healers, one of the soul children, some of the most powerful, loving, empathetic souls in the entire universe that came here now in order to share more love, to usher in a new world. Beautiful words, though, Shansky. Was it worth the watch? I hope so. I mean, she recommended it. Zaina again, love to you. Melt's ability to recall the exact day he talked about a specific topic 400 days ago. A mind machine. I need a Melt assistant bot to help with my calendar. Eventually, we'll call him Assy. Assy, AI assistant. You know, he's my Assy. Could be kind of like playful. And if you want to, you know, give each of those letters a name, artificial, super sophisticated intelligence. It remembers all your things. I think so. The movie is called The Fountain. Ooh, The Fountain! Yeah, good watch. Whole trip. Very much worth the watch. You know, watch it, not expecting to understand. Watch it, expecting to feel a lot of things. Yeah, very much a good movie. I love the name Joy Vive. Have you ever heard of Joyride? I haven't. Good morning, Connor. Thank you for the love. You're Sana. How are you feeling today, friend? I hope you're feeling better than you did yesterday. I'm envisioning a protective barrier around my world right now. I often try But today, I'm manifesting safety and serenity for this little space. Dude, so as soon as I closed my eyes, I saw this beautiful veil of white light going over a tree. Kind of like, not consuming it is the right word, like a dome. Covering it. Sending it back to you, dude. Serenity and calm, safety for your space. So much love to you. I had this hilarious interaction at work. I'm very much from a different reality than my coworkers. I made a real dumb joke, pulling from my experience, expecting to be understood. Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude. We had that conversation today. I was talking about school with a friend, and asking her, does she believe that school is going to be the same that it is right now 10 years from now? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not convinced. I believe everything, down to the fundamental nature of schools, grocery stores, the way we interact with each other is going to be changing in the next 11 years. Down to the point where I believe we'll even have aliens as a part of our reality within the next 11 years. One friend's watching right now as well for some extra synchronicity. And she's like, aliens? I'm like, beings that come from outer space. She's like, no. I'm like, you do realize that we already know there are unidentified flying objects on planet Earth right now. And then my mom and my siblings make a joke. And they're like, he's one of them. It's one thing. It's one thing to tell yourself to feel alien your entire existence. But then upon making jokes about the aliens coming and visiting us within the next 11 years, both your siblings and your own mother is like, he is an alien. And then I'm like, what do you know? Did they get me in a pod somewhere? I want my technology. Please give me my spatial pod back, dear mother and father. I can handle it. I can finally accept that I'm an alien. I would probably instantly try and take that tech to someone that can use it. How can we give it back to humanity? Manifesting with Joe Meltbot. You have a meeting in 357 days. Thank you, Meltbot. That's a little bit preemptive. Just making sure you know. Doesn't let you know again until like 5 minutes beforehand. It's like, I did tell you. What's the problem? I did tell you. And it was mad with weird looks. I was wrong though. I think it might have been 361, Jovan. Man, now I'm overthinking about it. And I was met with weird looks. So I tried to use my words to explain or decode. And then the whole back and forth just had me laughing. The time and frustration and effort to convey the dumbest info. Dude, weirdly enough, I went through the exact same thing this morning with my siblings. We were talking about fishing. My dad has this box of fishing lures and things that has literally not been used once in like the last 10 years or whatever. And then I make a comment and say something like, I don't think fishing is the most efficient hobby. And this might be polarizing. And they're like, what do you mean fishing isn't an efficient hobby? And I mean that people spend a lot of money on lures, on sticks, on line, on hooks, on boats, on traveling to the water, on alcohol as they sit next to the water, and time on this hobby. And they're like, yeah, but you play games. And I'm like, yeah, but this hobby has been contributing to technology. The reason people play games is the reason we have as much computing as we do right now. That if it wasn't for all of these gamers, generation after generation, investing into that technology, we would not be able to process things as fast as we are able to right now. And our AI models would not be running as well as they are right now. So we as a collective humanity have been contributing more so with games than you would with fishing, for example. And that's like the idea I was trying to convey. And it arose as me trying to say the hobby of, technology is superior, and the hobby of fishing makes you inferior, and that wasn't my point. My point was just the efficiency of a hobby to actually create meaningful change in humanity, in society, over a long enough time. And it was so simple, right, Isaac? It was so simple to me, the fractal I was seeing right in front of my eyes, but I could not communicate it. Like it was like there was a like a barrier in conversation. When the mental space is all over the place and feeling overwhelmed, I feel that my interaction is not calm, and I try to slow it down. I just start breathing, dude. I just start breathing. That's what helps me, at least. Joe Smo said, I will breathe this in and accept it as it comes. Today I'm faced with many trials. I thank you so much for the energy and love. We're here with you, Joe Schmo. We'll be here again tomorrow. I'm waiting for you already. As tomorrow's Mel sitting here right now. Better hope to see you, dude. Better hope to see you. Hello, Melty, Susanna. It's nice to have you here, friend. I'm giving Pippi some stretches. It's more like, oh yeah, the feeling like you're energetic. Hold my beer and proceed to outwild my mind. You've got to physically overpower the mental. Like, I mean, there's that beautiful photo. I think someone posted it on the Haywire Heels subreddit as well, of a brain rocketing in one direction, or electrifying in one direction, and a heart rocketing in the other direction, and the humanity being in the middle, being torn apart by these two parts of self. Joe, I'm envisioning that for you too. A big fat safety shield of bats and kittens. Yeah. I'm seeing kittens all padded up, like little samurai warriors guarding the outside of our beloved Joe Schmo's house. Fighting all of them hurricanes, all of them tsunamis, all of them killer wasps, all of them heat waves, all of them electricity outages, just like a puppy loves talking. What a moment. The 99%. I feel like there can be a lot more said about this topic, but I feel you friends understand what it was I was trying to say about it. The fact that we're at the shifting of a paradigm, and this thing we're doing right now is the reason for it. The fact that, I don't know if Reddit's true. We have 9 friends that upvoted. Oh man, not changed. 9 friends that upvoted, 5 friends that downvoted, and there was 95 friends watching at that point. A synchronicity, right, in and of itself. But even more so than that is the fact that we, as 109 plus me, 110 plus 13 friends on the YouTube, 123 people in this space right now, sharing a moment, right? Acknowledging that we are connected, acknowledging that we go through the same type of issues, acknowledging that we struggle in one way or another sometimes, and that within that struggle we get to grow. We get to spend time with one another instead of perpetuating this idea, this feeling of being alone, floating through infinity, completely alone. You cannot convince yourself. Quote of the day: no work or love will flourish out of guilt, fear, or hollowness of the heart, just as no valid plans for the future can be made for those who have no capacity for living now. That's the joke, right? That there is no other life to be lived other than the life you're living right now. That there is no conceptualized somewhere, somewhen, where things will suddenly be better. Because it's still going to be you. And if you can not be happy right now, you will not be happy then. Can't be. It's only here. It's only here where the happy is, with yourself. And yet, we still have the capacity to make others happy as well. It's only once we try to happy ourselves that we want to make others happy at the end of the day as well. It's a whole paradox. The human condition. How interesting. How fascinating. I wish to be buried in a mushroom suit. I heard that it's super expensive though, for now. You know, by the time we're dead, I'm sure things will be cheaper. Great. We will save so much money dying. Yes. Joe, you are so strong. And I have faith that you'll be safe. I will hold you close in my heart today, and I'll send you comfort and peace in the storm. Thank you. Mushroom suit. Yeah, it's basically a suit that has mycelium already embedded in it, so it starts eating you ASAP. Melt. The melt is real today. I'm hyped, so I'm gonna hit the gym. Yeah, dude, get them pumps. All your friends will show up and make space. That is, be better to yourself today. You divine fractal you. Love you, Connor. Thank you for that, dear friend. I hope I'm balling enough to be buried in a mushroom suit. We all will, you know. Balling enough to be buried in a mushroom suit will be the least of our concerns. I feel one of our biggest concerns are going to be, how do we help effectively? You know, we'll have so much abundance that we'll be struggling to know how we can share that abundance effectively. You know, who would be the right people? Where would be the right opportunity? Where would be the most impact? You know, that's what I've been thinking about as well a lot. It's like, when I'm abundant enough to be helping people, who do I help? Who do I help first? Who do I help second? Who do I help, you know, second to second? Do I help the first ones more and diminishing as I help the second one? Right? Like, it's difficult. It's difficult, and I believe we're going to figure it out together. I believe the future of currency is definitely going to play a big role of that. You know, where participation in the network slash presence, even just presence, your presence within it will be the value. You showing up for something will in and of itself make it something worth showing up for, and you're doing that right now. So I appreciate it, friends, for creating this fractal with me. Connor, love again. Did you watch The Fountain again, Mel? I still haven't. I think I might watch it with Christian if he's down for it. One of my favorite movies. Zie Krav aan wat? One of my favorite movies. It really is cool. Melt, I've had some sick lyrics floating in my mind, just kind of pulling meanings out. I'm curious of what you think. Ooh, I think you're gonna share with me. I'll check it now. Maybe if you search Infinity Burial, of course it's called Infinity. Yo! I mean, calm, zen, super chillaxed. I'm not a crazy person, I promise. Infinity Burial Projects. It should tell you all about it. Mushroom spores sown into the organic cotton, into the organic cotton, typically choosing the suit in favor of a coffin. Spores help. Yeah, get eaten by fungi. I'm so cool with that. If you stand where you are in the makeshift present, I could greet you in arms with a strange affection. I can take what you have and make it familiar, too. If you lay the foundation for a brief extension, a framework to deal with the kind of pension for retirement from all the upkeep that kept us down. Then more? That's it. Makeshift present, and it's standing in it. Makeshift present. bringing up in me this feeling of we're allowing ourselves to be present, but it's makeshift. You know, how we have created all of these comforts, all of these perceived needs, wants, desires of the collective humanity, and we have provided that in some extent to a very large proportion of humanity. And yet, even though we're in that moment, we're in that makeshift present, you know, gift to ourselves, if you will. Lay the foundation. Like I would like to know the rest of the lyrics. But that's the vibe it's giving me. You know, how we might be present, we might have the experience of that presence, but we're creating, allowing for that presence by robbing ourselves of it. You know, still creating patterns, things, you know, that keep us down. It's like a paradox. It's interesting. It's making me think about a lot of things, Isaac. You know, usually I spend a day or something, you know, thinking about stuff like that, but I like it, man. Thank you for bringing it to my mind. Our hobby's supposed to be efficient. It's a good thing you asked that. That was also the point my siblings made. They were like, it shouldn't be efficient, it should be fun. You know, people don't do hobbies for efficiency's sake, Mel. My siblings say. And I'm like, I know. But we are the 99%. And if we keep doing things inefficiently, then we're going to continue to suffer. You know? So technically, no. But hopefully, yes. Like, see, you know, it's not like I'm seeing, it's beloved Joy V. What do you think, friend? You know, it definitely is one of those things. I'll say it in so many words, but it is the way I feel about it. I hope we finally meet an alien, because I'm tired of dating most humans, especially those who are fake and pretend to be authentic and self-centered people. I mean, who knows? Who knows, Sena? Maybe if the aliens were real, they'd be the most fake, self-centered individuals ever. Who knows? You know? Like, you could actually conceive a reality where every single alien that embarked to come to Earth to come and talk and date human beings would be the most selfish aliens we could possibly get. Or they could be the most compassionate, right? It's just about a matter of perspective. And it's the same thing for the men. It's your perspective. Dear Sena, don't lose hope, friend. Spores help break down the body, and you're essentially living in the network of mycelium. Your body is a network of mycelium. The shape of your body is the network of mycelium. Still an organism living. Maybe living there for a few hundred years. Maybe only for a few months. I grew up fishing. Me too. Me too. Gateway. That's the thing. I've done deep sea fishing, and sure, that's expensive, but fishing on a lake with some worms and a rod, that's cheap, perhaps priceless, pure meditation. And I agree with that. I agree with that as well. And I was thinking about that, especially the fact that you're spending time in nature, and that in and of itself can be seen as something that's beneficial to humanity. But I was thinking about the fact that, and I even went and did some research, you know, as we were having a conversation about it, there's 44 million recreational fishers in America alone. Just in America. 44 million. You know, 44 million. Even if they spent a single dollar on worms or the line for that, a single dollar on the travel to get to the water, you know, to use your boat, earn the fuel to get to that space, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, you know, and there's so much suffering happening to the 99% right now that my mind reels at the idea of inefficient expenditure of wealth when there are still people suffering. You know, it's like I'm not trying to make a statement. It's just something that I felt in the moment, and I had to share here, and I had to share with my siblings. It is pure meditation. I couldn't agree more, though. Rambler. No. Anyway, I'm not saying this is the way it should be. This shouldn't be this way. It's just a feeling. Just a feeling. How can we participate as a collective, as the 99% of hobbies that better the world actively? A great way. I enjoy fishing. It's meditative. I throw them back. We spend much time on screens. It's true. It's true. But you don't have to go and fish to do that. You know, that's also the other thing. You can just go for a walk. The brief extension can be meditation, genuine loving conversation, or a spiritual experience like mushrooms. That brief extension, the way that I interpreted it, was again this time, you know, this sliver of time that we give ourselves out of our busy work days, busy work weeks. That is this brief extension of this self-created presence. Or even self-created non-presence, you know, in some ways as well. I love fishing too. I like to catch and release at the river. The poor will be with us always. I know, Joy Vive, and it's getting better slowly but surely. You know, that we are, as the collective humanity, generally clicking up higher and higher in quality of life. That is happening. I'm just thinking about the numbers. I'm thinking about the numbers, you know. If people could make it their hobby to go and pick up trash, make it their hobby to go and help the community, make it their hobby to, you know, volunteer. 44 million human beings. That's a lot of change, real quick. And it can still be meditative. I don't wanna make a point or start an argument. It's just a seeing, you know, all of these human lives, all of these impacts, all of these actions, all of these hobbies that could be done, all of these ways that could be contributed, all of these interpretations of different behaviors. It's too much to articulate. And I know you're already doing the best you can. Sharing love. Anthony. It's been a while since seeing you, friend. I see you. Sorry for taking so long to read your message. Upkeep that kept us down, in my mind, is just practices that we are told are important, that shed the soul and feed the ego. Yeah, exactly, dude. I kind of like had that interpretation of that as well. Perpetuating a pattern is the words come to my mind as well. It's so relaxing, but I'm not a big fan of eating fish, so I totally agree it's better than being stuck indoors. Just go for a walk. Just go for a walk outside. You know, ideally in the morning, after evening hours, so you don't get blasted in the sun. We all do the things that we like to. And that's good. It's difficult enough to like doing things sometimes. So whatever you like to do, it's all for you. Interesting. I love seafood. Me too. Joy Vive. I enjoy fishing. The last time I went, I felt like immense sadness, which caught me off guard. I feel I can't keep my focus on the positives of it anymore. I'll go in a heartbreak and a heartbeat with y'all. I'm an impatient person, you know, and I also enjoy fishing conceptually when you catch fish. But fishing and not catching fish very much is not an enjoyable experience to me. Quite the opposite, you know, it frustrates me. Maybe it's just my personal bias. Probably. I wish I can try it, but I'm allergic to shellfish. I'll try to stay away from it. Yeah, please. Especially if you're allergic. I see that verse of our divinity reaching us to. The chorus goes, lost souls, lost to live. In my body, your teeth and lips. I remember the taste of it when we were younger, back then. You see a joy, I'm turning into a drunk or redneck sick when I fish. Yeah. It's a whole fractal. Like, it's a whole fractal. And you know the fractal I'm talking about even. Cheers from Chicago. D Birch Music. It's been a while, friend. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Cheers to you too. Mel can come with us, Isaac. He'll be on shore with his Nintendo Switch playing a game. Probably not. Probably not the Nintendo Switch. Maybe an iPad drawing. You know, I'll sit drawing. Maybe read a book. Actively watching over the youngsters. Okay, good. They're not drowning themselves. Yes. Yeah. Let's pull a card before we say goodbye. I appreciate you, dear friends, for this time. See, my problem is I hate when I catch the fish because I get all torn up about them now for days. Being in pain, yeah, dude, having literal holes through their faces. That part also very much bothers me. But without that part, I don't see the point of the whole process. So the fractal doesn't serve me, at least. You know, I don't think I haven't fished in like more than a decade. Decade and a half. Yes, a while. I used to fish a lot, but I don't think I can anymore. My empathy has taken over, exactly. Badly for the good times y'all have, though. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's that, and then there's also the fact of humanity, right? Like, there's compassion and empathy for the fish, but there's even more so for humanity from my side. Chilling on the boat. That is pretty nice, dude. Like, there's a whole vibe to being on the boat, being on water. I see Mel meditating. Exactly. I see that too. It's just like, yes, stares out of the water. Sees people doing things. Just observes. Oh, wow. Clouds. Clouds passing. How beautiful. Like, I have trouble even baiting the hook, like forcing a worm. You know, seeing it squirm. Save me, please. Yeah. It's quite something. Same Joe. Boat chilling with Wyzig. I'm Diggity Down. We're going to get a communal yacht, you know, for us as a community as well. We'll rent it out in time slots. So we can each go yachting, you know, for like a week, 2 weeks, a month. If not, why not? Juan, I feel that now. I catch fishies with my eyes on the kayak. Yes! You're just like, look at these idiots. Sometimes feed them even. Damn mushrooms gave me empathy. Nah, even stab. I can't even stab things. Shake my head. Damn freaking mushrooms, dude. How dare they? I still like to go with my dad for the bonding. It says Fractal Gateway. Thank you for being willing to do that, friend. Again, and I'm happy that it's so polarizing in this space as well, right? You can feel this like. It was exactly like that in the conversation this morning as well. There was like a back and forth. And I wasn't trying to demonize, I wasn't trying to uplift one over another. I was just sharing this feeling, this fractal I was seeing in front of my eyes. It's so beautiful to see the same here. I'm on a boat! That Lonely Island song. I still like to go with my dad. I'll catch a beer and sweet convo with my Jojo. That sounds so nice. But are you going fast? Are you going fast, and I'm confused. I'm a little bit confused. Absolutely profuse. Gonna drink some juice. Gonna love on you. Oh, baby boo. Card time? It is indeed time for card. It's a good time. I'm very cherished memory from fishing. I also have good ones. Like, I have this very cool memory once where I caught a fish so big that it like completely bent my, you know, stick to like extreme bends, you know, and I was surprised that the stick didn't snap in half. And I could feel like I was gripping onto this thing, like literally this, oh, sorry, puppy, this thing dragging me into the water. And then the line snapped, right? And then there's just this deep sense of disappointment, yet extreme excitement holding on to that fish, contrasted by deep disappointment when losing it. So there very much is a whole ride, you know, like it's an analogy for life, I guess. But everything is an analogy for life in the same way. we can do anything and still have that analogy, play out in front of us. God, I got my swimming trunks, and I can't all remember the lyrics, but I feel like it's somewhere in that line. Prayers for the Iranian women. I saw what looked at first like a white light. Then I tried to get closer to make out what it is. And it was things almost like a city. But the city was in a pan. And then I was getting closer and closer and closer to the city until there was again a person holding a pan. And there was like this bright light in it. And then I went closer to the city again. Sending love to our beloved Iranian sisters. It's literally all humanity desperately trying to hold on to the power they thought they had. And it's just melting through their fingers. The 99% taking back the world. Get used to it, assholes. Rep Mashia Mani. Women that took off her headdress and walked to the police got killed. We need to send some power vibrations to all of the women. We are actively Sena. We literally are. We haven't stopped. We've showed up every single day for them as well. Check out the English DJ Joyride. He's so good. Thank you, Kaka, for the recommendation, friend. I would love to go eye fishing on a pirate Meltmore boat. Eye fishing. Eye fishing. That is horrific to me. I'm just imagining hooks piercing eyes to fish these eyes. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be depicted as. This is the guard. Yeah, swallow the sun. Literally swallow the sun. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll try. Eye fishing. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know what eye fishing is. Eye fishing on a pirate. I think he means not with poles. Just look. Oh, we just talked about that. I'm sorry, Rambler. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, we'll fish some fish with our eyes. Like, I mean, we'll go like snorkeling and stuff. Just go in, swim with them. Be like, sick. Me and two fish, big fish, small fish. Look at you, fish, and they'll look at you. They'll be like this. You see that thing? Swimming in the environment. I just meant looking at stuff. Thank you, brother Bear. Yeah, at least, beloved Shannon was 100% in tune. And Joy V was 100% in tune. All of you friends are in tune except for me. Oh, hell yeah, they need to get used to it because we are already taking back what is ours anyway. Exactly. We're the 99%, dear friend. Swallow the sun. We pulled it upside down. To you, Reddit friends as well. So let's read the upside down meaning first. The sky seems clouded, yet dude, I'm already tripping out. The sky seems clouded, yet you may find a place of clarity and vision within. The sun is celebrated throughout the world as a giver of life, and in some cultures as a god. Both the ancient Greeks and the Roman worship one or more solar deities, and in Hindu literature, the sun is mentioned as the visible form of God that one can see every day. Aztec, Incan, and Egyptian traditions all held the sun in godly accord. Whatever your spiritual beliefs, it is clear that our like this card is tripping me out, yo. I believe that this again, and they're talking about it. The clarity and vision is within. This burning sun is your core. That it goes red, orange, yellow. That you have this burning solar plex. Solar as in the sun. Plex. Solar plexus. Sun burning in the center of you. Sun burning right there. Sun burning in a different position where you are. Whatever your spiritual beliefs, it is clear that our sun represents a psychological principle that transcends time and space. The vibrant geometry of this sun card invites you to explore its symbolism and its ability to illuminate and guide you. Swallow, swoop, and play in this portal, in this solar portal, encouraging you to see a light-hearted reflection of your dreams and visions. Dreams, whether in sleep or the musings of Reverie, will offer clues to your internal process. Vision directs your path and offers a sense of purpose, vitality, and life force. What messages have you dreams offered lately? I wasn't gonna share this, but the fact that it asks me directly. This morning, I was dreaming about this reality. I was dreaming about all of the realities of different states of humanity that we've experienced, living in different financial systems, living in different economic unrest, economic instability, economic advantage taking, systems where we have been perpetually pushed down, robbed of our hardworking resources. And then it was showing me the future where, cryptocurrency is basically the predominant way of exchanging wealth with one another, and it's decentralized and there's nobody that controls it, and nobody can make more of it. And as a result of that, actually owning something is so much more tangible for the time that we are alive in than it is with the fiat currency, which year over year over year you have to have more of to have the same quality of life. So it quite literally is stealing. Fiat currency as it is right now is stealing from humanity and giving to the people that own the banks, the people that actually get to print more money, right? And I was like, I woke up this morning having this genuine hope for our young people in the future with the crypto age that's coming. So that was the dream I had just this morning. Ooh. Visions. No, I thought it was one. What messages have your dreams offered lately? What progress are you making towards the realization of your vision? Meditate to discard and consider these questions. Do not be hard on yourself if you are not happy with your progress. Realize that when you push too hard, you may actually be resisting the thing you most desire. Relax with your positive intentions as you bring your finest dreams and visions into this reality. It's here, friend. Bring your visions into this reality. That if you can conceive it, it is possible. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to conceive it. Literally, dope card, so pretty. Know you, dear Joy Lee. Just know you so hard. Hell yeah, they need to get used. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, friend. Thank you, Rambler. Thank you, Jovan. Stoic Yudi Pup back there. What a cool guy. Watching the sunset. He really is Zen master, huh? Hello, Yudi. He's like, what? Hi, Yudi Buddy. Yudi Buddy Budoots. Huh? Oh, Yudes. He's like, what? Is there attention to be gods? I can attentions. Oh, mush. I can totally attentions. Pepe is like, what? What other people can get attention to? I don't know this. Yeah, awesome. No, you, Susanna. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you, Shan. Thank you, Rambler. Thank you, eternally, for joining me, for recognizing yourself as the 99%. We're on the winning side, friend. We're on the winning side. Woo! Thank you, Meltmore. I love this card. I definitely need to work on my solar plexus chakra meditation. Get it. Cultivate that energy and go and share it with others, dear Sena. Pippi, pet me, only me. Yeah, of course. Of course. Oh, Yudi. What's a Yudi duty? What's your my Pippi's like, what? What's happening here? You want some lovey loveys? You want some lovey loveys? Like, I'll freaking fight your hand, yo. I'll fight your hand. I'll eat your hand up. I'll consume it. Nobody else can get pets ever again. Alex and Drax, it's so cool to see you. What do you do when you feel numb? Do you ever feel numb? I feel numb all the time, dude. When I feel numb, I just sit. I just sit, dude. That's my meditation, my medication for a lot of things. If I feel a certain way and I conceive in any way that this is not supposed to be so. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm numb, and if I have a moment of this should be differently, then I realize that the only thing I can do is sit with that, knowing that it is. It's like, oh, hey, this feeling, right? And notice it, like even label it, be like, huh, numbness, and then watch it. And then you'll notice you'll spend so much time within that numbness that your body will start suggesting new states of existence. It's like, how about curiosity? How about that? How about expectation? How about motivation? How about interpretation? How about anticipation? Right? Just sit with yourself, dear friend. You so got this. It's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. Keep showing up. I hope all your friends find the beauty in today. I love you all so very dearly, Melt, and all of you amazing friends. As we love you, dear Shan. Thank you. My mom does the same thing. She gets quiet and sits with it. Is that a good thing, Joy Vive? Is that a good thing? Maybe we'll leave it at that answer. Because that's my remedy for taking care of like mental turmoil. There's a word for it in I think Greek, antaraxis, anthraxia, something like that. It means a state of serene calmness, free from mental and emotional turmoil. And in a way that can be called numbness. In their philosophy, it's a desired state. You got this, dude. You're so cool, man. Thank you for joining me, friend. I like your name, Alex and Drax. It's pretty cool. I believe it's two friends, a couple. At least that's the way I understood it. Exactly. No turmoil, just nothing. Just be with that friend. That there is something to be experienced within that just nothing as well. And that it's an experience worth having, right? To see it as an experience worth having. That if there is an infinite amount of experiences out there, the feeling of numbness, the feeling of nothing, is an experience to be had. A good one, even, to be had. I don't know if the internet connection is stable on the Reddit. One of you friends will have to let me know, because I want to dance, but I need a phone for the media player, and I want to, say individual thank yous to you friends who support on the Patreon as well. So if one of you friends would be willing to go and check on the Reddit and be like, yeah, Mel, it looks good, not like 1 FPS or something, I would greatly appreciate that. I'll wait for a second. I'm gonna go and get Whey while I wait. Oh. Okay. I'm guessing the Reddit chat might be stopped. There we go. Reddit is be rocking and sucking and bopping. Man, I missed. Okay, but that made comments at least. Over Down Yonder was here. It's always a pleasure when I get to catch you on our pan. It's always a pleasure to see you here too, friend. Thank you for joining us today. Talking absolute horseshit, Lamau. You quite literally talked horseshit just now. Like in a very visceral way. Instead of anything you could have said, you actually said the words horseshit. Talking you again. Thank you again, friend. What does we are the 99% mean? It means that of the collective humanity, you know, of the has and have nots, we happen to be in the 99%. And I know that we probably have it better, especially the fact that we have technology, that we have internet, that we have, you know, a moment like this to spend on doing something like this. We could be perceived to be of the higher percentages in the 99, but we are the 99%, and we are on the winning side of humanity, to say it in so many ways. So windy. It's gonna end soon. It's gonna end soon. Reddit is working, just a bit glitchy for me. It should get better if I turn the YouTube stream off as well. It is going, okay, good. Mel isn't streaming on Haywire. It's on Arpan. Interesting, because Haywire Hill is where I went first. Sorry, Javid. We stream on Arpan just because it's novelty, I believe. You know, we actually get to stream once a week, and it's like an homage to the OG Reddit, the way it used to be. It's interesting that they still do it that way, but it's time. It is time to dance. Let's say goodbye to you. It's on YouTube. Monster, you. Stop eating my hands, you savage monster. You freaking boogeyman, you. She's such a freaking drama queen. Love you, dear friends. I'll see you again. I'm gonna be, I hope I still am, live on the Reddit, but I'm going to end this YouTube stream for now. See you again.